Hey everyone, it's Bigfoot here, and I've got a great video in store for you today. We're going to be talking about orienteering and navigating the Appalachian Trail. In addition to that, I'm going to give you, like I have been in my other videos, some tips as well as footnotes, get it, footnotes, that I used in my successful 100-day Appalachian Trail through hike. Now, in addition to that, I'm going to be covering the blazes that you're going to see on the trail and cover the two guidebooks, the most popular guidebooks that you're going to see on the Appalachian Trail that hikers are going to be carrying, and why I feel that you should be carrying both as you embark on your Appalachian Trail journey. But before we get started, let's talk about one thing first. So back in February of this year, I started my YouTube channel, and the purpose of it really was to give an opportunity for my family and friends that I lived about 550 miles from an opportunity to see me prepare and plan for my then upcoming through hike of the Appalachian Trail. Now, in addition to that, I thought if anyone stumbled upon my channel and was interested enough to see me, go ahead. It was great. They could subscribe to my channel and they could be along for the ride. So when I started my through hike, I started to gain more and more people that really were inspired and wanted to see me through hike and wanted to be a part of my journey. I will tell you, this was so encouraging to me, and many of you left so many words of encouragement, inspiration, and I just wanted to thank you again for that, because it really got me through some of the toughest times out there in the trail. Now, the reason why I'm saying all this is, if you haven't seen or noticed yet, I have been kind of gearing my YouTube channel in a little bit of a different direction than it was in the beginning. So up until August, you were along on my journey from day one all the way through day 100. And one of the ways that I can give back, I mentioned on my trail journey, or during my trail journey, that I wanted to look for ways that I can give back to the Appalachian Trail, to the community of hikers, because we are all family. And one of my ways of doing that is taking my experience of what I learned on the trail, off the trail, the mistakes that I made, how I planned, how I prepared, what I would have done differently, and broadcast them on my channel to be able to help all of you. And if I can touch just one of you, inspire one of you to go out there and hike your lifelong dream of the Appalachian Trail, that is by far enough for me. Now, I'm going to continue to do this. Right now, I'm really what I call in the stages of planning and preparing. My videos, that is, are really staged and built around planning and preparing for an upcoming through hike. Once I get through those videos, I'm going to be talking about more on the experiences that you'll see along the Appalachian Trail. Now, if you're new to my channel and you're not one of my subscribers, I really encourage you to take a moment, subscribe to my channel, because I think there's a lot of things that I can do to help you out, help you prepare, help you plan, or just help you think about some things as you're gearing up for your upcoming Appalachian Trail through hike. So if you get a chance, subscribe to my channel, and if there's anything that I could do better, please put it in the comments below, because I really want to make sure that this is the most valuable information for all of you, and this is the most helpful. And again, this is one of the ways that I can give back. So starting off, let's talk about the different types of blazes that you're going to see on the Appalachian Trail. There's going to be two main different blazes that you're going to see. Those are white blazes and blue blazes. Now, with white blazes, there are actually two different types. You have a single white blaze, and then you have a double white blaze. I'm going to talk about what both of those mean. First, the single. Here's a picture of the single. This is the most common type of blaze you can see on the Appalachian Trail. I believe that I've read somewhere that there is actually a blaze like this on average on every 70 yards of the trail. So there's a lot of them. And I'll tell you, these are going to be your saving grace. There are going to be times that you're not going to know if you're really on the right trail or not, and you are just desperately searching for that white blaze. So they're your best friend, and you're going to see them all over. Now, double blazes. What do double blazes mean? Here's a picture of what a double blaze will look like. So as you can see there's two blazes. Now sometimes you're going to have them side by side, parallel, or they actually might be standing on top of each other. Now a double blaze signifies that you have some sort of change in direction of the trail. It could be either a sharp turn or just a way to alert you that there is some sort of change in direction. And it also signifies that there is a trail that is intersecting the Appalachian Trail. I will tell you that the easiest way to get lost on the Appalachian Trail is by accidentally getting off on another trail that intersects the AT and then walking on that aimlessly and not paying attention until you are a couple miles off the trail and can't figure out where your next white blaze is or where you're at. So the double blazes are really important. Again, they're there to really give you an alert that there's a change in direction or a trail that's intersecting. All right, so the next blaze is a blue blaze. Here's a picture of one of them. Now you're going to see blue blazes all over the trail. They're going to mean a few different things. They could mean that there is a water source on that trail, that it's a trail to go to Vista. It could be a trail that will go to a shelter. It could also be a trail that goes to a campground. And in some occasions, it will actually be an alternative route that is on the AT that will go around some sort of area on the Appalachian Trail and reconnect with the AT down the road. You'll see this really commonly in areas that have perhaps really steep inclines, and some people want to avoid that. Or if there are some areas that during severe weather you want to avoid, you can also take those around that area and hook back up with the AT. Now, blue blazes are typically going to be a dead end, so it's always good to know how long that blue blaze is. You know, you're going to see blue blazes that will be from as little as a tenth of a mile up to could be a couple miles. There are probably some that are a lot more than that. I will tell you that the general rule of thumb that I kind of went by, and really a lot of hikers do on the Appalachian Trail, is when we are looking for a water source, if the blue blaze is more than 0.3 miles off the trail, we typically avoided that unless if we had to hit that water source. So 0.3 was kind of the magic number of whether we wanted to hike all the way there and all the way back. So remember, whatever the distance is of the blue blaze, you got to double that because you're going to be walking back to the trail. So if it is 0.3, you're really walking 0.6 out of your way on the trail. So that's a little bit about blue blazes. Now, there's one other marker that you'll see on the trail. You won't see really often, but they are there, especially when you get up into the New England section, and those are rock herons. Here's a picture of one of those. Now, as you can see, that rock heron was right behind me. That was on the top of the highest summit in the New England section, which is Mount Washington, which actually is the second highest summit on the Appalachian Trail. And the rock herons are there to really guide you so you know where you're going on the trail. I will tell you that when you get to some of the open tree lines and you're in the middle of the clouds in fog, you cannot see more than 10 feet in front of you sometimes. So these things are super, super, super important. Now, when it's a really clear day, sometimes you will be like, why do they have so many rock herons? But I'll tell you, there's a reason why they have so many. And when you get up there, and especially if you are in some weather, you will see why. So that's a little bit about the different ways that you're going to see that the Appalachian Trail gives you to guide you through your journey from Maine to Georgia or Georgia to Maine. All right, so the next thing that we're going to talk about are the two popular guidebooks, the first being Abel's Guide.